Hello and welcome to the Psychic Side. It's Tuesday at 5 p.m. Eastern, and that means it's time for our program. So, welcome, and we just want to tell everyone hello from the A1R Psychic Radio Network, Moonstruck TV, and Lightning TV. You know, we're still the number one psychic radio network on Earth. And so, I travel around the everywhere. so, um, so if you don't know who I am, my name is John Cappello, and I am a psychic medium from Texas. And I do travel all over the place. I especially travel in Texas. And today, I'm delighted to have a special guest with me. I'm going to be going to Houston this weekend, and I'll be with Misty Wellman at the Indigo Moons shop. And so, what I want to do is I want to welcome Misty to our program. She's broadcasting from her mansion on the beach, it looks like. And so I see she has servants there and everything, and she's probably inebriated a little bit. So, so, so I'd like to welcome you to the program, Misty. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great, John. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm fine. So, is it cool down there in Galveston where you're at?
It is right now. I'm under the pier.
Are you under the pier? Okay.
I'm under the pier where it's nice and shady.
Oh,
I'm
that's not
actually
your
right
house?
at the
That's
box.
not, that's not your house on the beach?
Yeah, one day.
A fun day. Well, that's good. Well, tell us why you're at the beach today. You know, I know you're on vacation, but you were telling us about your daughter. You were telling me about your daughter earlier.
Yeah, I have 3 children. My youngest, Abriana, she starts her first day of middle school tomorrow morning. So we just wanted to get her out into the fresh air and just have some fun before she starts the school year. She deserves it. She made the honor roll. We're very proud of her.
Oh, well, tell her congratulations. And I know it's a big deal to have your first day of middle school. So that's
Yes.
going to be an exciting time for the whole family. So I'm tell her hello for me and everyone here at the psychic side. So Misty, let's just get down to business then, okay? So I just wanted to kind of let everyone know a little bit about your store and a little bit about you and a little bit about what you do at the Indigo Moons. And so, if you don't mind, I'd like for you to tell everybody a little bit about yourself and and then tell us a little bit about your business and how you got into the store that you're in. Can you
Okay.
tell us? Okay.
Yes. I'm born and raised in Southern California. Ended up in Houston, Texas. Long story.
Long story.
Yeah,
Okay.
and so I am the youngest of 6, and I came from a very spiritual family. My mom's very spiritual. However, my dad was an atheist, and so there was always the cynical side. It made for a very interesting household.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
As for me, I've always been very gifted in the spiritual, seeing things. I would see auras when I was younger, and very connected to the stones around me, gemstones and everything. And so owning a crystal shop is very natural to me. Plus, I love retail. I worked retail my whole life, and it made so much sense to me. And helping people is amazing, especially if spirit. They sit taller.
Okay.
So
There you go.
people, especially when spirit starts to come through, it's a gift. But these days as we've grown, you can find me running around crazy, like my head is on fire sometimes, and so and other days you just see me kind of wandering around, or I'm constantly moving something in the shop. But I do have a gift of connecting with crystals and helping people connect with the crystals that are meant for them as well.
Mhm. Well, to own a store nowadays is not easy, and you made it through the pandemic. How
Yeah,
did that affect your store?
quite interesting actually. That was about a month before we had just got our first brick and mortar. We were barely a month in, and then we had to shut down for 3.5 months.
Mm.
And so I got real busy start opening up to do. I forget what they called it, but it was like curbside, and so they could
Curbside. Hmm.
order, right? We could set it outside the door, deliver it to their car, and then eventually we were allowed to open up the shop and have 10 people at a time. And so it was very difficult. At times it was scary. I'm very lucky to have some other shop owners here in Houston that we're all friends with, and we did build a communication base through Facebook Messenger where we would all get together and communicate with each other and give each other tips and pointers and just support each other.
Yeah, it sounds like you've
Very
got a
grateful
group
for
of
that.
you've got a group of stores that kind of are all friends, and
Yes.
that's kind of cool in the metaphysical community
Yeah.
to have people in different locations and say, "Hey, what's going on over there?"
Yeah. And I really
So,
appreciated that being the baby store owner at
being
the
the
time.
baby.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. Well, one of the things, and I'm going to get to your event this weekend. I just noticed you have so many unique things that besides crystals in your store, you have a few things like snake eggs, and then you even have dinosaur poop. So, what is that all about? And more than
The
one kind. That's
dinosaur
really
poop is
interesting.
known as coprolite. And so, it does become a mineral. And the one that we have was mined out of Arizona. And so it has a lot of quartz in it and agates and a lot of
Oh,
other minerals that it's turned into. But it's always fun when kids come through and you let them know that we got some, shark teeth and dinosaur poop. We have
now what do
dinosaurs too. So
what do they use the snake eggs for? Oh,
we have a very dear friend, and he breeds snakes, and
oh,
he's
they breed snakes.
underprepared. He does, and he educates at local schools and libraries, and the police have actually called him quite a few times to come rescue wild snakes that they find or whatever. And so he just was like, "Hey, you want some snake eggs to sell?" And I'm like, "Sure."
Why
No, for
not?
eggs represent fertility, and snakes are transformation and shedding of the old. So there's got to be something you can do with it.
Hmm. Hmm. Well, that's good. I just noticed I don't see those things in some of the other stores that I go to, and I just felt it was kind of unique to see that, and that's why I wanted to bring it up because it is educational and it is fun to see those so few things that are different. I mean, you can't find that at Walmart, and
Well, and we also feature a lot of local consigners. So a lot of stuff we have is handmade by local artists. We have over 100 different consigners, as well as Jeremy, my partner, who makes a lot of stuff handmade, and he wire wraps it in the store the crystals right in front of the customers. They can pick a stone and he'll wire wrap it. He makes all the wood pieces that you see hanging on the wall. So there's a lot of unique creativity in the store. We started out in 2015, and I literally sold my car to start Indigo Moons, and we started out with one plastic table. We chose Spring Branch because that's where we live and our daughter goes to school. And we wanted to
oh, yeah, that's what I was going to ask you. So you just were all in. You just sold your car and said, "I'm going to make this work." Is that right?
Yeah, my son convinced me. I was actually I had a house cleaning business.
Uh huh. Uh huh.
Was running
Well,
by
there's nothing wrong
myself.
with that.
Yeah, and so my son was like, "Mom, that's not what you want to do." And I have carpal tunnel really bad, so it was difficult for me, and sciatica. So cleaning houses, especially going up and down the stairs, it was very painful for me after a while. And so my son was like, "Mom, you need to stop this, and you need to do what you've been wanting to do. You've been talking about it for like 20 years." I'm like, "Yeah, you're
Mhm.
right. I'm gonna do it." It was my son that pushed me forward.
So you found your calling.
Yeah, I knew
Yeah.
what it was getting there. And
Yeah.
yeah.
So over the years or over the time that you've had the store, you started to grow and you brought in readers, and then I met you and you've been kind enough to let me come to your
Yeah.
store and bring my aura camera and my spirit gallery. But this weekend you're going to have a special event that you're just kind of starting up, and you're normally closed on Sunday, right?
Yes.
but this is an event on Sunday.
Yes. So
Okay.
our second metaphysical um, fair and expo here at the shop, and I'm really, really excited about it. So
Okay.
I
What
look
makes
forward to doing
mhm.
these.
What makes it unique?
Um,
You're gonna have vendors. You're gonna have vendors there, or you're just
yes,
gonna
we're
have
gonna
readers. And
everything. So there's going to be from, different types of Reiki, many different kinds of readers, from past life to Akashic records to psychic mediums and like aura photography,
ah,
tarot runes, you name it. And then of course vendors who are setting up selling their handmade, items. And
mhm,
it's
mhm.
that one was a huge success, and I'm sure that this one will be as well. And also, we will have a local restaurant. It's a vegan Mexican food called Cappello Vegan, and they will be providing the food. And then next door is a brewery called Cobble and Spoke, and they will have beer, meat, and wine for those who are 21 and over. I think they'll be open around 2 or 2:30, and anyone's welcome, 21 and over, of course, to go purchase. And you can walk around inside the shop with your drink, and the food will be in the backyard. It'll be a lot of fun.
So it's either well, it's kind of. I guess I've never been to an event like this where you can have some alcoholic beverages. So that's
Yep.
gonna be fun. No telling what kind of readings we're gonna get.
Yeah. It's fun.
So
Luckily,
so
nobody gets
how
it, so that's great.
do do what? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. What did you say?
I said, luckily, nobody gets inebriated, so that's great.
Yeah, that's right. That's great. So are you going to have these once or twice a year, or what's your plan?
Um, as many as I can fit in. Right now,
Uh,
there's this is my second one now, and I'm looking to in October. I'm gonna have hopefully another market. It won't be the same thing. It's gonna be a little more Halloweenish. But in December, I plan to hopefully have another one of these markets and have it be like a Yule theme. So I just plan to just keep doing something and anything.
okay, okay. Well, that's good. Well, yeah,
Mhm.
you got to mix it up a little bit and get
But
get some
these
of the.
metaphysical ones, I'm going to keep having them. They've been a good success. I really enjoy it, and I enjoy all
Mhm,
the people that come out.
mhm. Now, I noticed also that in your store, I wish I had some pictures of your store. You have brooms that hang from the ceiling and a
Yes,
few other
and
things.
Cedar
So,
Creations.
whose creations?
Cedar Creek, it's a husband and wife, and he actually goes out and finds all the wood, and the wife gets the broom bristles and she ties them on, and then we sell them. They're great.
Yeah, yeah, it's fun. I saw that.
Mhm.
So, so it's like I say, you have a very unique store, and it's very, it's very well laid out, and you have such good merchandise too, which I always appreciate when I go and visit a store. And it just seems like the people there are kind of bonded to you. They just seem to like to stay around, and they like your the employees that you have, and you've created kind of a family atmosphere
Yes,
there, and it's nice. So
we're
so
all in
I'm
the
ex-
community. We love to support the community, and we're open to a lot of people.
yeah. And the last time I was there, some of the other stores were had some of their people there, and
Yeah,
they weren't price shopping. They were just socializing.
sorry,
So
I'm
so
kind of. I'm sitting in the sand. I know you guys don't know that, but I'm sitting in the sand.
you're sitting in the sand,
I'm
okay?
sitting in the sand.
It's not as long as it's not quicksand, you're okay. And there are no hurricanes in
No,
Galveston, at least not
no,
right
it's
now.
okay. I got
So not
birds off me. They're checking me out.
they're checking you out. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Well, like I say, we're really happy that you joined us today, and you're mentioning Jeremy and some of the stuff that he does, and he's quite the artist.
Yeah.
Stuff that he does. He mainly does a lot of woodwork. He has several wall, I guess, incarnations. They're not paintings, but it's almost like they're done with. with a 3D printer, but
Yeah,
they're not.
yeah.
It's all by hand, and so truly an artist. But he does the wrapping of crystals, and what else does he do besides the artwork?
Work, and the metal work. If he's well, he's
You
here, but he doesn't have a shirt on. So we're you can check out our website. It's
Mhm,
www.indigomoons.net.
mhm. So I don't know. I just feel psychically that you may be moving. I don't know why I'm saying that,
Yeah, you're
but
not psychic to tell me that.
yeah, I just feel like there's something about you moving and needing kind of a different kind of space. Not there's nothing wrong with the space you have, but it is it is very retail, and you don't have the space to do classes and things like that. But you're moving in that direction, and I don't know. I just feel like you have kind of a leadership um, way of doing things. But I know some of the other stores in Houston, and they're great. They're all great.
Yeah.
But you just are open minded and willing to try new things all the time, and I think that's great. Um, so it just seems to me that you have like I say, a lot to offer. What's your favorite crystal? Let me ask you that.
Oh my goodness. So many people ask me this question, and it's so difficult to answer. It's like someone asking you, who's your favorite child? And I go in and out of crystals as I grow and advance or I transform. I may become attracted to one over the other because it's working with me. You will find me with moonstone, rainbow moonstone a lot. And for some reason lately, I have been surrounding myself in a lot of amethyst. So I've been wearing this amethyst bracelet, a lot.
Yeah. Well, Jeremy happened to give me a selenite wand
Oh,
the
yeah.
other, and uh, and it was interesting because I was at the East Texas Psychic Fair last weekend, and a lady just happened to walk up to me, a psychic lady, and started giving me a reading, and she says, "Do you have a wand?" And I said, "Well, as a matter of fact, I do have a wand." And she said, "The wand thinks you're neglecting it." so
Oh,
So I
John.
said, "Oh my gosh, I gotta tell Misty this. I'm neglecting the wand." So I'm not sure how to use it, but I'm gonna find it. I don't know what I do with it. I probably put it away with some of my other crystals, but I'm gonna do more with the wand. So
You know,
that's gonna be fun.
to do the aura readings, just place it near the your aura camera. How about that?
I'll do that. I'll place it near the aura camera.
And then it'll
I,
be happy.
it'll be happy. That way
It'll be
we
happy.
get all of the energy there. Now,
Yes.
Misty, do you do readings at the store?
It has been seen here and there that I might pop a reading for somebody if we don't have a reader. I have to be in the right mood to do it. As long as I'm not running around the shop insane trying to get everything done, I might stop and do a reading.
Okay, okay.
And
Now,
that's just,
also, you have a couple of cats in the
yeah.
store, and you're making them famous on TikTok.
Oh,
So
God.
you have a lot of really good TikTok. So I want to plug your TikTok channel, and it's just Indigo Moons, and it's fascinating because you told me you have one of your clients or customers come in to do your TikToks, and they're just fascinating. They highlight lots of different crystals and the jewelry that you have, and there's often the cats fighting. So
We have people that have well, we got rid of the couch. We had that couch for a while. We got rid of it, but people would come in and sit on the couch with the cats and just sit and pet them for 30 minutes and leave. So the cats have definitely become quite the staple with quite a few of the customers. I believe that they've become like a little healing counselor to some people. You'll also catch some of the shoppers walking around the shop with holding the cats and swearing up and down that the cats help them pick out all their stuff.
oh,
you know,
really?
it's
so
onyx and silver.
So, animals are very healing anyway, but these two
Yes.
particular cats, they just feel they act like they're right at home. So you never take them home. You just leave them always in the
Oh
in the
yeah, they're
store.
now.
Oh, they're at home. Okay.
Yeah.
So you bring them to the store during the day.
Yeah, Onyx does not like to be left at the store. Juniper has an I don't care attitude, but Onyx is like, no, I need my humans. Mom, don't you dare leave me. And Onyx, he also loves food. You're welcome to just walk around or sit down. So the major thing is to just come and feel welcome. We always have some type of class, event, or ceremony. Sometimes they're free, sometimes, donation based. Tonight we have the LGBTQIA plus meetup at 7:30. We have Starseed meetups every month. So there's a lot of things that are rolling in there.
Mhm. You mentioned Shannon. I
Yeah.
may ask him to be a guest on the program, but
Yes.
he has an interesting story. Did he move to Houston from Austin or what? Because he,
Oh,
you don't know. But
yeah, I know.
I used to know him to live in Austin at least for a while, and he has just such an interesting story. I won't tell everybody about it, but he was in the military for quite a while, wasn't he?
Mhm.
So so a special forces guy.
Yeah.
Well, Missy, we only have a few more minutes left on the program, so I want to go ahead and once again thank you for being a part of our show, and now you're part of the A1R Psychic Radio family network, or network family, and we want you to come back. But I wanted to give you this so that maybe you, if you don't mind sharing it, and maybe we can bring in some more people this Sunday. So it's Sunday, August 20th at Indigo Moon. Do you want to tell people your address?
Yeah, it's 1900 Blaylock, Suite J. Zip code is 77080. It's the cross streets of Blaylock and Campbell. The event will be from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. There will be food, drinks for 21 and over. We have free. It's free event. You can come check it out, and there's so much to do and so many people to meet and things to see. It's gonna be fun. Lots of good vibes.
Yeah, very good, very good. Well, okay. Well, thank you very much, and I hope you have fun over there on the Galveston beach. So, when does your daughter start school?
Tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning. So you got to drive. You got a little bit of a drive to get home. You didn't bring the cats, did you?
No, they're at home
No,
with Jeremy's mom.
with Jeremy's mom. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So thank you once again. And before we sign off today, I want to make sure that I thank our sponsors, Miracles of Joy, for sticking with us this entire year, pretty much the entire year. And Miracles of Joy is another metaphysical store in Louisville, Texas. And they have an online shop, and we support them as well as we do Indigo Moons and other fine metaphysical stores that support me. Uh, so that's very nice. So, and if you could go to Miracles of Joy's website and use promo code 0223, you'll get a big discount when you buy online. So next week, we're going to have another program with probably getting back to some of our regular programming next week before we bring in some more guests. But I wanted to introduce you to some of the practitioners in Texas and some of the great people that I work with. So with that, I want to thank you once again for coming in and being with us on our program. And be sure to join us every Tuesday at 5 p.m. Eastern here on the A1R Psychic Radio Network. I'm your host, John Cappello, and we hope to see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.